So we'll just quickly go through the sadhanas of all chapters. So sadhana, we have picked one verse, or in some cases, couple of 2 verses in each chapter that we adopt as our practice. Sadhana means things that we practice, we do. It's like practicing math, practicing multiplication. That is what sadhana is. So we have to remember these and practice. So chapter 1, we said we should watch for shoka or moha within us. Shoka, sorrow, moha, delusion. So, Arjuna had said, Karpanya dosho pahata swabhavaha, prichhami tvam, Karpanya dosho pahata swabhavaha, prichhami tvam dharma sammuda cheta, yachre yachyan nishchitam bruhitanne, shishyasteham shadimam tvam prapannam. So, understanding what the defect within is, Arjuna said, for me it is Karpanya dosha. So, what is our dosha? We have to identify our dosha. And then we have to seek guidance. And then we should submit to the one who is guiding us, the teacher. So that is the sadhana for chapter 1. Though the verse that I referred to is chapter 2, by the way. Okay. Chapter 2, our sadhana is Samatvam Yoga Uchyate, verse 2.48, 48 of chapter 2. Maintaining equipoise in extremities. We will have extremities all around us. We have to try and maintain equipoise within those extremities. Chapter 3, verse 19, Samachara, perform actions with utmost devotion, dedication, and perfection. Whatever we do, submit it, dedicate it to the higher, that is devotion and dedication, and seek perfection in that action. That is Samachara. Chapter 4, verse 18, Karmanya karmaya paschet, not being the doer while doing, by seeing inaction in action. Chapter 5, verse 10, Padma Patram Ivam Bhasa, just like a lotus petal is untouched by water, be untouched by worldly experiences and while being in contact with them. Chapter 6, verse 30, Mam Pashyati Sarvatra, Sarvam cha mai pashyati, sees me everywhere and sees everything in me. We must practice this. Chapter 7, we had 2 sadhanas. First was verse 12. Natvaham teshu te mai. Indeed, I am not in them. They are in me. We have to be aware of this aspect that Bhagavan is not in them. Everything is in Bhagavan. That pure consciousness, untouched, in the midst of all the variety of existence. And verse 7, Mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. All the variety is strung in me, just like gems on a string. Chapter 8, verse 7, Sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmara yudhyacha. At all times, every moment of our life, mamanusmara, remember me, yudhyacha, and perform your duties. Chapter 9, verse 27, Yat karoshi tat kurushva madarpanam. Whatever you do, do it as an offering to me. That's all I need. I don't need anything from you, Bhagavan says. Whatever you do, do it as an offering to me. Chapter 10, verse 41, Yadyat vibhutimat sattvam mama tejom shasham bhavam. Whatever glorious experience that we see around us is a manifestation of a small part of my splendor. We should remember this. Everything that we experience, it's just Bhagavan's small little magic. Chapter 11, verse 33, Nimitta matram bhava. Be an instrument in his hands. Take up the role of being an instrument to carry out his plans. And then in chapter 11, we also had in verse 55, the sadhana for entire Bhagavad Gita. So we do mat karma krita, all our actions we do for Bhagavan. Mat paramaha, we do everything with Bhagavan, holding Bhagavan as the supreme. Mat bhaktaha, we do everything devoted to Bhagavan. Sangha varjita, we do whatever we do free from and devoid of attachment. Nirvairaha sarva bhuteshu, without any enmity towards all creatures. Chapter 12, verse 20, Par yupasate dharmyamritam yathuktam. Follow the immortal dharma as declared by Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Chapter 13, verse 34, Kshetra kshetrajayor evam antaram viduhu. Understand, discern the difference between the field and the knower of the field, the kshetra and the kshetrajya. And understanding this difference, bhuta prakritim moksham. Know the means of liberation from prakriti. Chapter 14, verse 26. Avyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate mam. With no other thought, unswavering devotion, serve me. Chapter 15, we have to recite the full chapter, if possible, every day. Chapter 16, verse 22. Etaihi vimuktah kaunteya tamodvarais tribir naraha. Become free from the three gateways to hell, to disturbance, by conquering desire, anger, and greed. And how do you conquer that? Through self-control, compassion, and giving, which is overcoming kama, krodha, and lobha through damaha, daya, and dana. Chapter 17, we had two sadhanas. Verse 17. Shraddhaya paraya trividham tapastaptam yuktaihi aphala kangshibihi. Practice the threefold tapas with utmost faith, steadfast in not desiring any fruit from that practice. This is sattvika tapas. And the second one was verse 28. Shraddhaya hutam datam tapastaptam yat kritam. Perform yajna, dana, and tapas, and whatever else is done with shraddha. Chapter 18, again two sadhanas. Verse 26. Mukta sango naham. This is the entire verse actually. So, Mukta sango naham vadi dhityutsaha samanvitaha siddhya siddhyor nirvikaraha karta satvika uchyate. So, we have to be a satvika karta by practicing whatever Bhagavan has said. Mukta sangaha, anaham vadi, dhriti utsaha samanvitaha, siddhya siddhyaha nirvikaraha. All of this we do, we will be satvika karta. And the second sadhana, last verse 78. Yatra yogeshwara krishnaha, yatra partho dhanurdaraha. Let us all be that robust, upright Arjuna, ready to act as per the vision of Yogeshwara, Lord Shri Krishna. Those are our sadhanas. With that, we conclude.